5 bass goes through the air. Drums beat loud like hearts that care. Africa rises, dreams to share. Who will lead us?
Good day, my wonderful people. It's a beautiful day, and I'm sure you are all excited to see a day like this. And if you're seeing this video, please make sure you share it, like it, recommend it to someone. Drop your opinion, because in all we do in Clemnabis is to air our own opinion on public issues, relationship and others, to be able to align ourselves to the right path. Now today's topic is about Nigeria versus USB, the untold reality. To some of you who do not know what USB stands for, it is an acronym for the newly redeclared country known as the United States of Biafra, the event that took place in Finland, Lahti, Finland. And now, to some of us who follow the events of the society, we cannot play a blind eye to that event, because irrespective of how we are and who we are as a people, we need to know what is going on around us. Now, this video becomes necessary because of the recent jubilation I noticed in the social space, even in our mainstream media, concerning the recent judgment about Simon Ekpa, known as the Prime Minister of the USB. The court in Finland sentenced him to 6 years imprisonment, which has to go 3 years concurrently. Now, I want us to look at this critically. Now, it is not enough for us to start celebrating for those who feel it is worth celebrating. It is also not enough for us to start mourning for those who feel it is something worth being sad about. But I want us to look at the critical component of the event that took place to the height of the arrest of this young man. Between 1967 to 1970, a civil war broke out in Nigeria, a survival of a race who felt they were being killed in the northern part of Nigeria. To some of us, history set us right with facts that Nigeria and others cannot deny. But the question is, after the civil war, Nigerians come with a coloration of a statement: no victor, no vanquish. But was that true? Was that honest? Over the years, we can all understand that it was not the reality of what Nigeria accepted as a country who tried to integrate this set of people back into the government. And because of this marginalization that has taken place over the years, the spirit of demanding a separate country didn't die. It is also in the same light of this same marginalization and wrong mismanagement of a country, asset, fund and resources that brought the young man Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. As much as Nigerian government has also prescribed it as a terrorist state. Or the funny part of this is the fact that it is only in Nigeria that IPOB is seen as a terrorist group. Funny to those who might hear it. These are one of the untold reality. Now, it is not about the IPOB we want to talk about, but what was the statement or the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The man called for reorganization of Nigeria, restructuring of Nigeria. The same thing late General Emeka Odumegu Ochugu request for, and General Gowon turned a blind eye to and reject. That was the same thing. Some set of people in Nigeria gathered during the regime of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan to still talk about, called the 2014 National Conference. I've noticed that over the years, Nigeria is being guided and ruled by hypocrites. Men who doesn't want to speak the truth during the broad daylight. Men who wants to say what is black, call it white, just not to look bad in the eyes of those who are blunted refusal of the truth. He called for regional government, restructuring of Nigeria. But when Nigeria failed to understand and align to this reality, or was scared of coming to the truth of what he was talking about, Nigerians feel insecure, went as far as Kenya to kidnap him illegally. As much as Nigeria as a government refused to accept this reality and the truth of the crime he committed, Kenya made it right by giving a judgment that Nigeria came to their country illegally and smuggled someone out in the wrong way. That is one reality Nigeria cannot run away from. How can a country who speaks of human rights engage in such barbaric acts? Is a question you need to ask yourself and also give an answer. Now, coming back to the event that also led to his arrest, he also makes several, perhaps you call it prophecy, about how the Fulani, herdsmen, or whatsoever you call them, will kill indigenous people of Nigeria. Strategically, he mentioned Plateau, Benue, and other parts of Nigeria, even including the Yoruba land. Ask yourself, as you were watching this video, those things he mentioned, those things he called out for, those things he cried out, is it happening? Is it the reality in Nigeria today? The answer is yes. Now, with all this reality, was Nigeria justified? Was Nigerian government right to have arrested him in the first place? Now, let's come back home. When you talk about the insecurity in Nigeria, all the Nigerian security apparatus are always used to intimidate the citizens. And this is one of the things Nigeria felt. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was putting a threat to the unity of Nigeria. The sad reality of Nigeria is the fact that we are being ruled by men of double standards. Men whose conscience is so dead to the point that I do not even know if they are human. Yes. Because it is in this same country that DSS chairman holding Nnamdi captive or holding Nnamdi to his prison or whatsoever you call it, she came up to say that Nigerians need to protect themselves. How are you justified by holding Nnamdi Kanu if you still have the guts to make such statement and Nigeria listen and move away? The untold reality of a country we so believe we are part of. Recently, a man being paid by our collective tax to protect the country, to be the one to lead the security forces to secure Nigeria, came out also to tell Nigerians to learn the style of combat in order to protect themselves. Is that not a statement from a failed general? Is that not a statement from an incompetent combat personnel? Now, if Nigeria Army Defense Staff can be so bold to make such statement, what right do they have to hold Nnamdi still in their custody? Now, if Nigeria can make such statement, on what conscience should Nigerian mainstream media be celebrating what a man was also calling attention to, and Nigeria felt it was a cause to divide Nigeria? It is a pity that Nigeria will beat a child and ask a child not to cry. Nigeria is a country that will advise your dad or your father to unlive you and in turn blame your dad for doing so. You know, let's face the reality to what we have seen in the country. If the DSS chairman could be so bold to tell us to protect ourselves, if the Nigerian Army Defense Staff could come out to ask us to start training ourselves for combat, it is a great sign to show us they have failed in protecting the citizens of Nigeria. It is a bold statement to tell us that with the insecurity issue, they are incompetent to battle or to tackle it. Now, what does that leave us with? That Nigeria has no moral dignity or integrity to hold Nnamdi till today, because they have also failed to protect. So if you can't protect someone, why are you finding it difficult to let the person who says, I can't continue in this union, to go? No matter how we want to fight it, no matter how we want to shy away from the truth, the reality keeps staring us in our faces every blessed day. When you open the newspaper pages every day, the news you see are the killing, the unliving of Nigerians from almost all parts of the country. How can you claim you have a government who is so unable to protect its own citizens? That is not a country. And if that is the case, I feel Nigeria has no moral right to fight anyone who feels he or she doesn't want to continue in an insecure place. Let me tell you one thing. One of the biggest untold reality of Nigeria is that so many Nigerians have even deserted Nigeria mentally. When Nigerians go after those who speak out, what about those who mentally have disowned Nigeria? Who, based on their psychological experience, have disowned Nigeria? Are you telling me that those in Benue State, Plateau, and other parts like Zamfara, Katsina, and other parts of Nigeria are happy to call themselves Nigerians? Psychologically, mentally, they don't feel Nigeria has what it takes to protect them. So it would be wrong for us to begin to run after shadow when the reality is staring us in the face. These are the untold reality, that Nigeria does not have what it takes to still fight and tell people not to speak out. How can you say you still have a country when people come out to express their displeasure in a simple, fair protest? And what Nigeria can do is to send security operative who can fight insecurity, who can protect the same people to come to shoot the people with live ammunitions. It's a sad reality. And for you and for me, what we need to understand is, until we begin to see that what we have as a country is gradually not working anymore for anyone, and look for the best solution, then we will understand that shying away from the truth does not make lies the truth. Remember, you can never kill a man or the spirit of a man who has disowned you, no matter how many years you fight. It is better Nigeria realize that the way we are going will not lead us anywhere good. And no matter how many times we have been fighting the Biafrans, it doesn't kill or does not kill the spirit of their self-determination. Let's remember that. This is not to call for people to say, I want to go. But you cannot stop those who want to separate from Nigeria. And you cannot use force to force people to stay with you. Just like marriage. I feel that is the reason why we have what we call divorce, the legal divorce. If a man and a woman who have agreed to stay together now find it unbearable for them to stay and decide to seek legal means to separate, I feel Nigerian government should listen to those who feel they can't continue in this union. It's just an honest opinion. Whether we accept it or deny it, the reality keeps staring us in the face every blessed day. Kindly drop your own opinion on the comment section. Subscribe, follow our channel, and do well to share this video. Do have a blessed day. Champalale.